if you're just starting out on the guitar, one of the first things you're going to need to know is how to tune your guitar. So there is a few ways to tune your guitar. Of course, you can use your own ear. However, if you're like me, especially when first starting out, terrible with ear. So there's a free way that we're going to get to, but there's also my favorite way, which is using a tuner, specifically a clip-on tuner. And I recommend this tuner. It's a Snark rechargeable tuner. It's nice. You don't need to change the batteries. Very convenient. All you got to do is you grab the tuner, clip it to the headstock right there, and then you turn it on right there. So before we get started with tuning, there are a few things you're going to have to know. So first off, you're going to need to know the names of the strings, right? So the string right here, all the way closest to the ground, is the first string or the E string. Okay, so that's the first string, second string, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth string. The names of the strings are E, B, G, D, A, and E. All right, so you're going to need to know the names of the strings before starting. All right, now that we know the names of the strings, let's get tuning. All my strings are currently out of tune. All right, so you're going to pluck one of the strings. Let's start with the string E, the first string closest to the ground. As you can see, that says D, and there's like a little hashtag right there. That means sharp. E sharp right there. You're going to grab this knob, this tuning peg. It's going to be the one closest to the guitar on the bottom. And some guitars will be different. Some guitars will have a straight line where all the tuning pegs are on in one row. But chances are, if you have an acoustic, you're going to have 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom down here. And if you're going for the high E string, you're going to want to grab this tuning peg right down here. And then you're going to want to tighten this. So you're going to want to go in this clockwise sort of motion. At least it's clockwise on mine. Right now it says D sharp, so I got to tighten it until it says E. And then right there, you just tighten it. Oh, it's a little out of tune, so you just loosen it back a little bit. Oh. Until it's in the middle, just like that. All right, so one issue though is that if you're new to tuning, you got to be careful. If you think like maybe your string is too tight and you're afraid of breaking it, I would recommend just do what I did when I first started tuning. I would just purposely loosen the strings, and then look at that. Now I'm on D, I'm on C sharp right here. So now I know for sure, you go C, then D, and then E. So now I know for sure, I just gotta go to E. So if you're afraid, like, oh, maybe my string is too tight, I might break it, just loosen it a little bit, and then retighten it. That way, for sure, you don't break it. So now the next string is the second string. It's called B. Right there it says A sharp, so I'm a little bit low. So all I gotta do is tighten it. So that is your second string, B. Next one is G. Let's check it out. This one is very loose, actually. It says F. It's not even F sharp. So you're going to grab your third tuning peg on the bottom down here, the one the furthest away from you on the bottom. And then you're going to tighten it until, see, that's F sharp. Now keep tightening it until it says G. Right, now we're going to go to the D string, all right? This one's actually not bad. Now we're going to the top part of the tuning pegs. All right, so the D string will be up here. And we're gonna tighten that up until we get to D right there. Okay. Then next we're gonna go to the fifth string, also known as A. That one is at G sharp. It's pretty low. And like I said, if you're unsure, like, oh, is my guitar gonna break? You know, just loosen it a lot. Now here's the interesting thing with guitar, okay? It goes alphabetically. So right now, it's telling me G, right? Usually in the alphabets, you would think, oh, well, the next note is gonna be H, right? In this case, G is our last letter in the musical alphabet. So after G, we just restart back to A. So you're about to see that right now. So I go tighter, 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 and boom, there's A right there. So there is no H, there's no I. There's only 7 notes in the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So if you're unsure, like you're at G and like, oh wait, no, I need to be at A, don't worry, it'll restart, it'll go back to A. So right there. Let's go to the last string, the sixth string, the E string. So that says D sharp, same thing, same idea. We're gonna go to the last tuning peg on the top here, the one closest to the actual guitar. Just tighten it up until you get there, and then boom, you're set to go. So that was the roughly $17 version of this. I highly recommend this. This is a really good tuner, absolutely awesome. The build quality is amazing. But if you don't have $17, you spend every last dollar on this guitar that you just bought, and you're looking for a free option, then I highly recommend you download the Guitar Tuner app. All right, there's other tuner apps out there as well, but this one is personally my personal favorite. You can also check out Fender Tune. Fender Tune is a really good app, but Guitar Tuna looks like this. The annoying thing with Guitar Tuna, it was just bought by Musician. So once you open the app, they're gonna try and sell you a subscription right off the bat. A little bit annoying, but there is an X somewhere on there, top right or top left corner. Just press the X so you can get rid of the thing and go straight to the tuner. So I think this one works just a little bit easier than the clip-on tuner, but I still prefer the clip-on tuner. I think it's a better quality. It's much more accurate. Plus, this uses the microphone on your phone as well. And if you're in a room with other guitar players, everyone's playing their instrument. Let's say you're taking a guitar class at college or in school or whatever, and you're trying to tune up and you're using your phone, it's gonna pick up all those noises as well. It's just gonna be a big mess. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's check out the Guitar Tuna app. So you're gonna have to bear with me. I don't have an extra set of hands. I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 strings so you can check it out. I have it on auto right there. You can turn that off if you want, but I like to keep it on auto personally. But you're gonna pluck a string, and then look at that. So it picks up, it tells you E, and it even shows you the headstock right here. And you can change the headstock by coming up here and pressing that. And you can go to this 6 inline headstock. I don't have that type of guitar. You might have that, so that might be easier for you, but we're just gonna do 3+3. Anyway, so you pluck it, and then see it's a little out of tune, so I tighten that. And then boom, now it's in tune. Oh, but now it went a little bit up. I'm gonna try the second string. So it's a little bit out of tune. So like I said, these are new strings, so it's going to be going out of tune a little bit for me because the strings are new and they're kind of fighting me to stay out of tune. It'll eventually get back to that. So a little bit tighter, and then the nice thing is that it has that little sound effect to let you know you're good to go. Check out the rest. There we go. That's the only thing. I don't know if you noticed. Let's try it again. See, it says -3. If I go to like -2, maybe -1. If I get close enough, I was almost there. See, it's still saying -1, +1. So it kind of gives you a range. It's kind of like close enough. When I'm not a fan of that. I like to be right there at the 0. So I like to be as accurate as possible. But if you're just a beginner, you might not hear like just the slight out of tune notes. It's not a big deal. Last one. There you go. Thanks for watching. If you found that helpful, give this a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you around. Take care.